Hey, this is Anthony with RevZilla TV. We can watch, decide, and ride. Welcome to our detailed breakdown of the new REV'IT Vapor Pants, available at RevZilla.com. The complement to the Vapor Jacket is the new 2014 Vapor Pant. I'm a fan of these. These are 3 to 4 season sport touring and commuting pants, but I will say they have a great style to them. If you look, it's an articulated line. They use the Dobby fabric, which really adds a nice texture to it, but they're gonna be fully functioned. You have a baked-in waterproof Hydrotex liner and a fully removable thermal liner, full length. So again, you're getting fall, winter, spring, rock solid. But I will say this, that compared to the jacket, which has some direct ventilation, it's indirect venting here on the pant through the VCS system. So what you're gonna notice is that in the summertime, you're not gonna get that direct ventilation. That's why I'm gonna say 3.5 season. I can't give them that full summertime rating. I think they're gonna start to get a little warm. Also, from a protection standpoint, you're looking at an outer shell that carries around a 500D rating with a Scholler material. You're going to have a power shell Dobby material, which is adding that texture. And then you have Pro-Life armor in your knees, which are going to be a knee and a shin armor that's fully adjustable. So you have range of motion here when you put them on to make sure they're in the right place. But keep in mind, too, there's a short and a tall size. And we might as well talk about fit. High-vis Brian, he's just so visible. You don't see a lot of his high-vis today because he's standing up next to me. 6 foot, 195. He's going to wear typically, or if you measured him, he's going to be about a 35, 36-inch waist measurement. Remember, that's the widest part of his waist at his belly button, what we call a true waist. That solidly puts him in a large standard from REV'IT. Remember why I say standard, because there's a short version and a tall version, which again changes the length of the inseam. But it's nice that they give you the adjustability with that. So again, no surprises, a lot of room for you to get your sizing right. And while we're on sizing, note too, here on the sides of this bad boy, there's adjusters that are going to allow you to wear it without wearing a belt. So again, a lot of flexibility here right out of the gates. Remember, we ship for free over 40 bucks, and I'd love to hear your gut reaction. Click here and subscribe in the top left or top right of your screen. Leave me your comments, your questions, your feedback on our YouTube channel. Now, as we dive back in, there's a lot of a full feature set here. And again, remember, your one color, your black, they're not going to take on dirt, and you're going to get that great Mother Nature protection. If you're going to hit rain, if you're commuting every day, there's a lot of protectivity here. Really, the only other complement for this pant would be something more adventure focused, which would be really like the REV'IT Sand. I do like the Sand from the sense that all of the liners are removable and you get the direct ventilation. So that's more of a 4-season piece. Now, looking at some of the other features here, notice it's a snap and a slide up here. Go ahead and show that there, HVB. Snap and a slide at the main connection, and that slide's going to keep it depending on your belly, and if there's pressure on it, notice the big YKK zipper that goes down. They use premium stuff here. Thank you, sir. Put that back together. And it is a spring-loaded snap. 360-degree zipper. You can see how that's coming into play here. It goes all the way around. We'll connect to the Vapor Jacket. There's also an 8-inch connection zipper. And as we move down, you're going to see some of the other creature comforts come into play. We've already talked about outer shell material. We talked about armor, and we've talked about the VCS venting system. But we haven't talked about yet is the stretch region. Stretch in the crotch. You're going to see stretch in the back of the knee. You're going to see stretch at the top of the seat. Again, it's a power shell stretch, which means it doesn't trade abrasion resistant, but gives you a little bit more range of movement. I like the way they finish the insides of the knees here. I like the texture of the Dobby. It goes all the way down. And again, you have good coverage here on the inside. There's even a little bit of added abrasion resistance on the inside of the legs, again, to work with your bike. Turn your face away from me there, HVB. Now, another point of protection. Hip armor, C-Soft hip armor. It's a multi-layer armor. It's going to be comfortable but protective, baked in. You're getting that standard here on the Vapor Pant. We did talk about up here towards the top, we talked about the adjusters there. And again, you can get a good shot here of the 8-inch connection zipper along the backs of the seats. Again, that's going to allow you to give yourself that shorter connection if you want to go that route. Moving down the sides, reflectivity down here along the REV'IT logo, moving down to the back of the knee, 2 points of adjustability with a snap to keep everything in place. Notice that these have more of a svelte cut. It's more of a European line. It's not baggy like the REV'IT Sand Pant, which is more adventure, a lot of more moving around. This is more sport touring and commuting, which is a little bit more streamlining at speed. Notice we get down here towards the cuff. I'm going to open it up. Notice the gusset behind the cuff, that's your waterproof breathability, your Hydrotex, which is baked in, reflectivity, nice stiff zipper with a piece of Velcro. HVB, turn backwards for me. Looking at the seat, we called out the stretch panel on top of his backside here. And again, we've called out those connection zippers. Nice high waist here. And then moving down, you're going to see right under his butt there, they're grip panels. Those grip panels are going to create a contact patch with the seat on your bike. They're going to allow you to have one more point of tactile response. They're going to help you stay in place if you happen to be riding more aggressively and you're sliding around. Moving down, stretch in the backs of the knees. There's my zipper, or there's my snaps there that I talked about earlier. Remember, REV'IT only uses high quality Fiocchi spring-loaded snaps. And then as you move down, again, no surprises, you work your way down into the boot section of the pant. Come back around to the front for me. If you look in the front, one last touch here. Behind that, the Fly, I'm not going to have them open it up. It's going to have a gusset because remember, the waterproofing's baked in, and you do have a nice big pull here for your waterproof pocket. Notice a big zipper pull there on the side as well. So remember, 3.5 season, geared more towards cold to moderate temperatures here with the Vapor. You're gonna get that full flexibility and tie it in with the Vapor jacket, and you're rock solid whether you're on a GS or whether you're on a Ducati Multistrada or on your sport bike or V-Strom on the way to work. The next step in your journey is to click right here, read other rider reviews of the REV'IT Vapor Pants at RevZilla.com. You don't have to take my word for it. As always, we ship for free. And if you want to talk to a gear geek, you should call them. They'll tell you stories. They can whisper sweet motorcycle nothings in your ear. See us at RevZilla.com or 877-792-9455. Thanks for watching our detailed breakdown. Don't forget to subscribe to us on YouTube. I'm Anthony. Booyah!